Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Phantom's Den. We're here with another pitch meeting, and today, in honor of Star Wars Day, we will be watching the Rise of Skywalker pitch meeting. Now, I've had a lot of mixed feelings, like many other Star Wars fans, about the new trilogy that came out. There was some very mixed direction as well as reception on how the property was handled and how the story was concluded, especially with a lot of the characters, story arcs, etc. We all know what the drama is. So let's go ahead and give this a watch, and we'll talk more about it afterwards.
So, you have a Star Wars sequel for me?
Yes, sir, I do. So in the opening text crawl, we're gonna find out that Palpatine is alive again, and he sent out a transmission to everybody.
Oh, Palpatine is back? How is that possible?
Well, the dark side is a pathway to many abilities some would consider unnatural.
Oh, very vague. What does that mean?
It means get all the way off my back about this and don't bring it up again.
Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing.
So it turns out he was pulling the strings this whole time, like he created Snoke.
Seriously?
Yep, we didn't see him because he was in a basement with strobe lights.
It's so strange that we never hinted at this at all whatsoever in any way.
Yeah, pretty crazy, but this was always the plan.
Was it though?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't start a trilogy without a roadmap, you know? I didn't do that.
Well, okay then. So what happens in this thing?
Well, you know how in The Last Jedi we found out that Rey's parents are nobody?
Right, yeah, between that and the Broom Kid, it seemed like maybe we were going for like a hopeful message, like the Force can be with anyone, you don't have to be related
Well,
to...
it turns out that Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
So that means that Palpatine has gotten, intimate?
Oh my god, yeah, no, I guess it does. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm picturing it.
So am I, and I hate it.
do it. Oh, he for sure said that. Okay, maybe we can move on.
I would literally love nothing more. So what happens in the movie?
Well, the good guys want to get to Palpatine, but to do that, they need to get a thing.
Okay.
But to get that thing, they're gonna have to go to a place and get another thing, and go to another place and get another thing.
Okay, kind of sounds like a lot of fetch quests, like in a video game.
Well, people love video games.
That's a good point. Video games make money, so where do they go?
Well, they go to Burning Man and they meet Lando Calrissian, remember?
He's from the other movies.
He is, and he's like, I have a bad feeling about this.
He says the thing?
He says it, and then the good guys are gonna get chased by stormtroopers and end up in a tunnel.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Actually, it is, because they find a dagger that's a clue to the exact thing they're looking for.
Oh, wow. What are the odds of ending up in that exact spot after a chase?
Astronomical, but this is space, so that's okay.
Can't argue with that.
So anyway, then Rey heals a giant snake and they get out of there.
She heals a snake? What are you talking about?
Well, you can heal people and animals by giving them some life force or something, I decided.
Oh, suddenly deciding that the Force can do things is tight.
It is. So anyway, this dagger has Sith writing on it that only C-3PO can understand, but he can't translate.
Why?
Because of his programming.
But actually, why?
To extend the plot a little.
Okay, gotcha.
So they need to go to this other planet to translate it, but Chewie gets captured.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he's being taken away on a ship, but Rey accidentally blows it up.
Oh my god, she kills Chewbacca? That's such a powerful, shocking moment. I can't believe it.
Well, that's good, because it doesn't actually happen.
What?
Well, I want this film to have impactful moments, but I don't really want to deal with the actual impact, so I'll usually, undo them immediately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Chewbacca blows up, but it turns out he was on another ship, so it's okay.
Okay.
C-3PO has his memory wiped and has to say bye to his friends, but R2 has a backup, so it's okay.
Wow.
Rey stabs Kylo Ren, but then heals him, so it's okay.
Could have been an interesting one.
A planet blows up, but the characters we know get off it somehow, so it's okay.
Wow, so not really many consequences at all.
Well, when Luke said no one's ever really gone in the last movie, I really took that to heart as, a storytelling device.
Yeah, sure seems that way.
Yeah, so both Luke and Han are gonna come hang out a bit too.
Sure, why not?
So anyway, then they're gonna go to another planet to meet a Power Ranger that Poe used to date and a little alien dude named Babu Frick.
Oh, what's his deal?
Oh, well, he's just the cutest little merchandising opportunity.
I love it.
So then they go rescue Chewie and they get helped by Hux because it turns out he's a spy now.
Oh, interesting. It'll be cool to see how that plays out through the movie.
Oh no, he dies right away.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, well, see, in The Last Jedi, we turned him into a little baby boy, so I had to replace him with somebody intimidating.
If you say so.
I do. So then the good guys go to another planet and discover that the dagger points at a thing they need to get to go to a place.
What, the dagger tells them where to go?
Yeah, it turns out that somebody made this thing, so if you stand in a very specific spot and point it at the Death Star wreckage, it shows you where you need to go.
And they just happen to be standing in that specific spot?
And they just happen to be standing in that specific spot.
Wow.
So then Rey finds this GPS thing that she needs, but then she's...
USA. Sorry about that ad, but we're right back with it.
by an evil version of herself for about 10 seconds.
What? Why does that happen?
So we can show it in the trailer.
That's smart.
So then Rey and Kylo Ren have a fight and Finn is also there for some reason.
Oh yeah, what's Finn up to in this movie?
Well, he's gonna be there for sure.
That sounds good to me.
He's also gonna meet some other ex-stormtroopers that defected too.
Oh, that's good, driving home the fact that stormtroopers are like real people, you know?
Exactly, and Finn's also gonna kill a bunch of stormtroopers.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's pretty good at it now.
But I guess he has no choice, right? So it's like a somber moment when he has to do it.
I don't know, he shouts woo a lot when he kills them.
Wow, I don't know how this guy feels about stormtroopers.
Unclear, sir. He also has a big secret he's about to tell Rey when he thinks they're gonna die.
Oh, what is it?
I don't know.
Fair enough. And what about Rose?
What about her?
Well, I mean, she was a major player in the last movie. Her and Finn kissed at the end of it.
Right, yeah, but she has to study, so.
She has to study?
Yeah, I mean, she would have gone on the adventure, but she has, like, a lot of studying to do.
Well, okay then. And what about Maz Kanata? Are we gonna get answers?
Answers about what?
Well, in The Force Awakens, Han asked how she got Luke's lightsaber, and she was like, good question for another time.
Oh, yeah, well, that is a good question for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, probably best for another time.
Did you forget to pay that off?
I forgot to pay that off.
That's okay, it happens. I mean, a lot.
So anyway, then Rey's gonna go confront Palpatine on this planet called Exegol.
Okay.
And the Resistance are gonna fight a massive fleet of Star Destroyers.
How did Palpatine build so many Star Destroyers and staff them?
By being off screen for several movies.
That works for me. So what ends up happening on Testicle?
Exegol.
What did I say?
Well, Palpatine is like, you know, Rey, if you kill me, my spirit's gonna take over your body.
I guess that can be a thing.
And then Ben shows up and Palpatine's like, ooh, a Force dyad.
A Force dyad?
A Force dyad. So then he turns into a Dementor and starts sucking the life out of them.
So stuff is just kind of happening, huh?
Stuff's just kind of happening. So then he throws Ben off a cliff thing.
Uh-oh.
And then everything's just going awful. I mean, there are way too many enemies in the space battle.
Oh man, it's gonna be tough for the Resistance to win now.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because see, just when it seems like all hope is lost, Falcon's gonna be like, on your left, and a bunch of heroes show up.
What?
Sorry, Lando's gonna be like, we're here, and a bunch of heroes show up.
Oh, very cool.
And then Palpatine's gonna use lightning to attack Rey, and he's gonna be like, I am all the Sith.
Wow, 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 wow.
And then Tony's gonna be like, and I am Iron Man.
What?
Sorry, Rey's gonna be like, and I am all the Jedi.
I love it.
Yeah, and so he's shooting lightning at her, and she's blocking it with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're struggling, but then she uses two lightsabers, and that does the trick. He gets hit with his own lightning.
Couldn't he have just stopped shooting the lightning?
Yeah, but he doesn't. That's kind of his thing.
It does seem to be. That guy zaps himself a lot.
So then Rey dies.
Oh, okay.
But then it turns out Ben isn't dead, because falling off of things doesn't really mean anything in Star Wars.
Right.
And then he transfers some life force to Rey, so she wakes up.
Wow, they should kiss.
What?
They should have a little kissy kiss.
Oh, I don't really know that there was like a romantic...
Make them kiss.
Okay, yeah, so they kiss, and then he dies.
Oh, he dies.
Well, yeah, he transferred the last of his life force to her.
Oh, so she can like transfer it back to him now?
Well, yeah, but she doesn't.
Oh, savage.
So then all the good guys are gonna have a big party.
Very fun.
And Lando and this ex-stormtrooper girl talk about how she doesn't know where she's from, and he's gonna be like, well, let's find out.
What does that mean?
Unclear, sir. Either a spin-off adventure, or he's gonna hook up with somebody 55 years younger than him.
Wow, well that's either exciting or gross.
Potentially both. So what do you think overall?
Well, it sounds great, but one thing's kind of bugging me.
What's that, sir?
Well, you said that Palpatine like transmits a message. I just wish we could hear what it was.
Oh, yeah, I actually had a pretty cool idea about that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Have you heard of Fortnite?
What?
Oh my god. Yeah, I was just getting triggered that entire time. Yeah, see, this is my problem with the new trilogy. Like, there were so many fans out there that thought it was, like, the greatest thing ever. Like, first off, with Force Awakens, I was one of those people who were like, obviously there was a lot of production value in it. Obviously, like, they made good casting choices. Like, I have nothing against the actors they picked or, like, the visuals that they made. It's just the fact that it was almost a shot-for-shot remake of A New Hope, just with better visuals and progressive PC casting. Like, because you had like a black guy and a white girl as the leads, so like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, it's obvious that like they were pandering to current audiences to satiate them of like, ooh, look at us now, we have a female lead and a black guy in the lead. It's like, okay, that's fine, whatever. But like, it's the fact that there was nothing original. Like, they just kept quoting the old movie. There were really too few to no story beats that were new. They just copy and pasted the original story, and people lost their minds over it. Said it was like one of the greatest films they ever saw, one of the best Star Wars things they ever saw. And I'm like, I wasn't impressed by it. I was disappointed because I'm like, you could have done something new, you could have done something innovative, but no, you just rinsed and repeated. And then with The Last Jedi, they just took the formula, threw it out the window, so then nothing was set up for the third one. And so they had to like scramble to try and be like, oh no, this was always the plan, this was always the story. Yeah, no, this was already in there. Oh yeah, like they try to make it seem like the characters in the film were already aware of stuff that we should have been made aware of in the previous movie. Like, it's kind of like what happened with the Mass Effect trilogy, where like the second one didn't really do a good job setting up the third one plot wise, and so they had to kind of scramble and just pretend like, oh yeah, no, they already knew this all happened. It's like, okay, whatever. But yeah, just so many plot holes and like things like just they introduced new force powers out of the blue. They had a lot of open goal miss opportunities, like especially at the end when I found out that they had brought in like Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor and Samuel L. Jackson for some kind of reason for this film. I instantly, like millions of other people, thought that what would happen is in the final confrontation, they would all show up as Force Ghosts and fight Sidious with Rey, and that would have been unbelievably phenomenal. That would have been fan service to the max, because all this franchise has been, like all this trilogy has been, especially The Force Awakens, that was just fan service to the movie. It's remember A New Hope? Well, here it is, but even better. It's like everything Disney's doing. It's all just revamps and live action remakes that just hack the originals apart. Because like I still like A New Hope better than Force Awakens because it was original, it was new, it was exciting, and even though it's dated, it's still like, well, yeah, but it was the original and it was still good. So why just remake it? Like I get so irritated by this kind of stuff. But yeah, and then yeah, there were a lot of silly things like things that didn't get paid off. The one guy being a spy, that was just kind of out of nowhere and dumb. They just got rid of Rose's character altogether because she wasn't received well. They didn't pay off a lot of stuff from Force Awakens, like yeah, basically how they got Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. The fact that her parents weren't anybody, Snoke wasn't anybody important. The fact that they just made her like another Force baby from Sidious, so she's like Sidious's daughter. Like they're just so many things I'm just like, really, that's the direction you went with? Like many other Star Wars fans, I was just severely underwhelmed and disappointed by this conclusion. Like they did the best they could given all the restrictions and also just the botched narrative between the seventh and the eighth movies, but like oh god, it's so profoundly sad and disappointment. I'm just so glad Jon Favreau is at the helm of the Star Wars universe now, and with the success of the Mandalorian and the various spin-off shows that he's going to be doing with Dave Filoni, that Star Wars is going to get back on track and it's going to be high quality again. Plus, there's talk of them even remaking the trilogy because it was so bad and so poorly received, and they want to do right by their fans. They're talking about doing a Knights of the Old Republic either standalone Revan movie or they're going to do their own trilogy with that. I really hope that comes to pass because that's one of my favorite games of all time. It's one of the best Star Wars stories of all time, and it needs to be a movie. It has to. So like there's so many things as a Star Wars fan to be excited for. Like The Bad Batch just came out today. I'm going to check that out, maybe even do a react video to it. But yeah, so yeah, this raised a lot of issues and concerns. There are a lot of problems with this series. There's merit to it, like anything else. Like there's beautiful craftsmanship, great visuals, solid acting and stuff. And I don't blame the actors for being given a poor script. Like poor Finn, man, just like half of his character is just screaming, "Ray!" And you're like, oh my god, shut up, dude. Like it's so funny to make fun of him. Like you poor bastard. You got to be in a Star Wars movie and your whole thing is just pining away for a girl that like is, oh, poor dude. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Link down in the description below for the original. Ring the bell for notifications. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this and would like to see more content like this. If not, let me know what else you would like to see. All right, wonderful. It was great hanging out with you guys. Have a good day.